Welcome to the online lectures of Math 1-1, Linear Algebra and ODEs. Today we will continue with exercise 4.1 and today we are going to learn about subspaces. In many problems, a vector space consists of an appropriate subset of vectors from some larger vector space. In this case, only 3 of the 10 vector space axioms need to be checked. The rest are automatically satisfied. Definition of a subspace. A subspace of a vector space V is a subset H of V that has three properties. Property A, the zero vector of V is in subset H. Property B, which is actually axiom 1 of vector space axioms. H is closed under vector addition, that is, for each vector u and v in H, the sum u plus v is also in subset H. Property C, which is actually axiom 6 of a vector space axioms. H is closed under multiplication by scalars, that is, for each vector u in H and each scalar c, the resultant vector cu is also in H. Example: the set consisting of only the zero vector in a vector space V is a subspace of V, also known as zero subspace and written as this. To prove this, we will consider V is equal to this, which is zero subspace, in R cube. And our task is to show that V is a subspace in R cube. For this vector V should satisfy all the three properties of subspace. So first we will check property A, which is contain zero vector. So it can observe clearly V is containing the zero vector. Property B, close under addition. When we will add two zero vectors, the resultant will also be a zero vector. So it is closed under vector addition. And the last property is it should be closed under scalar multiplication. So when we will multiply a zero vector with a scalar c, the resultant would be a zero vector. So it is closed under scalar multiplication. In this example, we will show that W is a subspace in R cube. Let W be a gray color area in this diagram. This is W, which is a subspace in R3. So let W be any plane through the origin. So its mean it will contains zero vector because all the vectors will start from origin. And it has two vectors u and v. This is vector u in W and this is vector v in W. So if we will add two vectors u and v by using parallelogram law, the resultant u plus v, this one, will also lie in subspace W. This satisfies the property B of a previous slide. Let's suppose k is a scalar and we will multiply u with the scalar k. So the resultant vector would be ku, and this vector is also lying in a subspace W. Its mean it is closed under scalar multiplication. Hence we can conclude that W is closed under addition by observing u plus v, which is also in vector space W, and W is also closed under scalar multiplication. So W is satisfying all the three properties of subspace. So we can say that W is a subspace of R cube. Let's consider another example. In this example, we will show that a line through the origin of R cube is a subspace of R cube. So let's suppose W is a line through the origin. So for a subspace, it should satisfy all the three properties of subspace. So the first property is it should contain zero vector. So as the line is passing through the origin, so it will contain the zero vector because zero vector lies at the origin. Second property is W should be closed under vector addition. So this is our line W which is passing through the origin. We'll suppose two vectors u and v on this line. This is vector u and this is vector v. These two vectors u and v are different in length but have the same direction. So when we will add u and v, the resultant u plus v will also be in the same direction, but its length would be greater than u and v. So u plus v is also lying on the same line, so we can say that W is closed under vector addition. Now for property C, we will suppose a scalar k and a vector u. So when we will multiply a scalar k with u, the length of the vector u increased, but the direction remains same, and the resultant vector ku lies on the line W. So we can say that W is also closed under scalar multiplication. So a line through the origin of R cube is a subspace of R cube. Example, let W be the set of all points in the first quadrant, that is W belongs to R2, and as it is in first quadrant, so both x and y should be greater than or equal to 0. And our task is to show that W is not a subspace. So when we will check all the three properties of subspace, property A will be satisfied, which is W should contain zero vector. As W is this subspace, so it contains the zero vector. Second property is it should be closed under addition. It would also satisfy because when we will suppose two vectors in this first quadrant and add them, the resultant will also lie in this first quadrant. But W is not closed under scalar multiplication. For this, let V is a vector 1 1 and K is a scalar is equal to -1. So when we will multiply k with v, the resultant would be -1 -1. So this is not lying in the first quadrant. It is lying in third quadrant. So v is in subspace W, but kv is not in W. So we can say that W is not a subspace because it is not closed under scalar multiplication, which is property C of a subspace. Let's consider an important theorem related to subspace. According to this theorem, if vectors v1, v2 up to vp are in a vector space V, the span of these vectors is a subspace of a vector space V. If we have any subspace H of V, then we can write that subspace H is equal to span of vectors v1, v2 up to vp. The next example shows how to use this theorem. But before going to start that example, let's recall the definition of span of vectors. If vectors v1, v2 up to vp are in R power n, then the set of all linear combinations of v1, v2 up to vp is denoted by this, and it is called the subset of R power n spanned by v1, v2 up to vp. That is, span is the collection of all vectors that can be written in the form like this. And in this form, C1, C2 up to Cp are called scalars. In this example, let H be the set of all vectors of the form this, where A and B are arbitrary scalars, and our task is to show that H is a subspace of R power 4. So for the solution of this example, first we will write the vectors in H as column vectors. Here we have written column vectors like this. In first vector we have factored out A, and in the second vector we have factored out scalar B. So these vectors are denoted by v1 and v2, and we can write them as av1 plus bv2, which is according to the definition of span of vectors. So these calculations show that H is equal to span v1, v2, where v1 and v2 are the vectors indicated above. So according to the theorem of previous slide, we can conclude that H is a subspace of R power 4. Remarks. Every non-zero vector space V has at least two subspaces. V itself is a subspace, and second is the set 0 consisting of just the zero vector in V is a subspace. This is also known as zero subspace. List of subspaces of R2 and R3. Subspaces of R2 includes zero subspace, lines through the origin, and R2 itself. Subspaces of R3 includes zero subspace, lines through the origin, planes through the origin, and R cube itself. And other important remark, R2 is not a subspace of R3. It's mean a vector having two elements x, y in R2 is not a subspace of x, y, z belongs to R cube. But remember, x, y, 0 in R cube is a subspace of x, y, z belongs to R cube.